How much do you really think that Jalen Hurts has improved since January? How much? Uh, in your birds blinders. That's what I'm going to start calling them. Birds blinders. And the legendary Coach Klein Sirianni. Okay? Please tell me, how much do you really think he's improved since January? In the words of Nick Sirianni, this will be the greatest Friday show I've ever done. And welcome aboard. Please, on the greatest show that we've ever done, click the like button. Thank you very much. I can promise you this. We will not do any better of a show or have done any better of a show. Friday show. Whatever you want to put that distinction on. You could never put another Friday show up next to what we're going to do today. Since I've been on JAKIB, this is the best. Hey, I got to start it out somewhere. You know where I'm going now with it, right? By the way, final exhibition football and camp is over. So wait a minute. July 26th, camp started. 70% of camp has been in helmets and shorts, very limited in full gear. And now they break camp. Okay, we're ready. Holy cow. That's the fastest training camp I've ever seen. The Eagles break camp, baby. Unbelievable. I mean, how are you prepared for an upcoming season? This goes across the board, not just the Philadelphia Eagles story here. How are you thinking that your football team has done enough work to give even the fans good football in the first quarter pole of the season? I mean, it's going to be like extended preseason football games at the beginning. Hey, I get it. Dan, oh man, get off the front lawn, dog. Because of these new analytics and young guys like Xander. Hey, putting all the numbers together. Sills, you're back in the old school way of doing things. We don't do those things, even though Tom Brady's playing the final exhibition game of the year. Okay? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, baby. Camp is broke. Happy Friday to everyone. Welcome aboard here. May I please ask this question? Can I please ask this question? Okay? How much do you really think that Jalen Hurts has improved since January? How much? In your birds blinders. That's what I'm going to start calling them. Birds blinders. And the legendary Coach Klein Sirianni. Okay? Please tell me, how much do you really think he's improved since January? He's added 10 pounds of muscle. Okay. The ball spins different. You think Jalen Hurts is any better of a leader today than he was in January? Marginal. Just because he's been here longer. He's twice as good. He's twice as good. Ryan, he's twice as good since January. 10 to 15% better. I might buy that. I need large amounts of alcohol to answer that question. Paul, that's a very good 40 million times. This is my crew. You guys are the greatest football people on the planet. Okay? That 40 million times better, Big Sills. I need to get my glasses, man. Because Flex, man, he's a superstar. Is the goal to win games and sell tickets? Hey, I've already been told, Flex, take that back and put it in your wallet. The Eagles don't need to sell tickets. I had my shit shut down on that one. Or win Super Bowl because Smith win you games, Mahomes wins you Super Bowls. You cannot waste this core. Agreed. He's always been a leader. He finally has some coaching or same coaching. Yeah, but he's got the lesser of the coaching. Do you realize something, Ryan? That Jalen Hurts probably is around his worst coaching staff of any coaching staff he's ever been around as a football player. From his dad to his college days to Philly, Josh Allen has gotten better coaching. Jalen Hurts has gotten more inexperienced coaching. Okay? Am I wrong? This guy had Steve Sarkisian and Nick Saban and Lincoln Riley and Doug Peterson. Now he's got Nick Sirianni, Coach Klein. Greatest practice player I've ever seen. I've never seen a guy in practice, and since I've been here, ever in a million years, seen a better practice than that guy yesterday. It was unbelievable. I was like, okay. What up, GG? 25% based mostly on his improved confidence level. Okay. He'll make it to 4,000 passing, I believe. Whoa. This guy's improved a lot, man. So you guys really believe. Well, let me ask you this. How much has Patrick Mahomes improved since January? How much do you think a guy like that's improved? Or what? You think there's a lesser ceiling for Patrick Mahomes than for Jalen Hurts? How much do you think Mahomes and Josh Allen have gotten better? What would you think? 2%? He sat on the bench for 1 year and came in and ready-made superstar. Yeah, he's a ready-made superstar. That's Xander, man. Yeah, a year older. Nah, seriously, he cannot be carried this year. He has to be the reason we win games, or else we need a quarterback. Flex, you're right. He was carried across the finish line last year. Flex, you're right. Jalen Hurts is a caboose. By the way, I'm going to get to what I want to see offensively and defensively. You know, as long as the game's going on with the Dolphins tomorrow, I'll get to that here in a minute. But I just was curious, and I wanted to see how much you thought he really improved. Mahomes has peaked and leveled out. Really? Mahomes has peaked and leveled out. Brady, over his 21 years, never got any better. He just peaked like back in the 2005 year. And I was just Brady for the rest of the way. Oh, okay. Another Hurts bashing season. No, Anthony. If you tell me he's improved 100%, I'll go with it. How much, Anthony, do you think Jalen Hurts has improved since that ass kicking in January? Well, he's now in the system for another year. What does it matter? Well, it's the same coaching staff. What does it matter? What does it matter? It was two different teams last year. The 2-5 team and the team that ran the ball in the second half. There were two different teams. They were kind of two different systems. I rewatched that ass-kicking last night, man. That was ugly, dude. Hey, I watched that. And Xander, you and I think a lot because yesterday afternoon after the show, I watched the Bucs game. And this is where this topic came from. The Eagles were never in that ball game. But now all of a sudden, the addition of A.J. Brown, how much better has Jalen improved during this? Hey, better yet, grade me the training camp that Jalen Hurts has had this year. Oh, and I want to give you what Cam Hayward said about those dual practices. The legendary Pittsburgh Steeler All-Pro defensive tackle. I'll tell you what he said here in a minute. Okay? No. Hey, Swartz, I get it. You're right. It'll matter September 11th. I'm just having a conversation. Gee, man, I'm just having a conversation here. You know, on August 26th. How much do you think he's improved since that ass beating against the Bucs? Brown adds 20%. I didn't ask you about A.J. Brown. I asked you, how much do you think he's improved? And you think that guy's improved. So that means Tua Tagovailoa's improved 25% or 20% too, right? Because of the addition of Tyreek Hill. So Derek Carr's improved 20% because of the addition of Devontae Adams. Is that how your logic is? And Aaron Rodgers has gotten 25% worse since Devontae Adams left Green Bay. Is that right? Is that how you look at that? So Aaron Rodgers, the 2-time and 4-time NFL MVP, is 25% worse today than he was last year because of the loss of Devontae Adams. Do you really believe that? 25%. Why can't Hurts? Hurts what? No. So, Jones, you think Aaron Rodgers is 20% worse? A-Rod is 25%. Oh, my God. Really? So you don't think they win 13 ball games in that shitty NFC North outside of Minnesota? Really? And in a weak-ass NFC. And that guy's a first ballot guy, and he's the reigning MVP. Oh, twice in a row. He's 25% worse. Wow. So Jalen got 25. Well, it's pretty close then. Hey, who would you pick? Who would you pick to be on your team? Aaron Rodgers or Jalen Hurts? Hey, that's pretty close. According to Eagle fan, hey, it's close. Let me tell you this. Sills, that conversation now, Aaron Rodgers quarterbacking the Eagles is pretty close now. Really? Okay, I see. So if AJ goes out, Jalen's 25% worse again, and he's back where he was a year ago, right? That's your logic when you're talking about another player. Hurts all day. There you go, Ryan. Ryan wants Jalen Hurts over Aaron Rodgers as a starting quarterback. That's the kind of Eagle fan I like here, man. Right there, baby. You stick to it, Ryan. Hey, you get it going. Yeah, hey, Vic Fangio, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going with Hollis Thomas. He's a consultant. I don't care. I'm going with it. Come on, Sills. Aaron has lessened his weapons. Hurts, baby. Okay, so you got Aaron Rodgers not being a starting quarterback in Philly, and you take Jalen over him. Reds goes, hey, Hurts is trash. He ain't trash, dog. I asked you guys, everyone thinks he's improved 20%. 20%. 4,300 passing yards and 33 touchdowns. You're going to add to that this year? Really, God, are you guys in for a gigantic splashdown when it comes to those numbers? He will be nowhere near that. Dude, if you get a 5% increase and an improvement, you'll be lucky. 5% could be the difference between the Cowboys and the Eagles winning the NFC East. You don't see these gigantic leaps like that. It doesn't work, especially with a limited passer. So you think he's improved 25% since January, 8 months ago. My God almighty, man. Yeah, that's it. Oh, man, this is going to be a fun football season. You bet it is, man. Damn, people predicting NFC Championship game, Bucs and Eagles. I'm going to tell you guys something. I think the Bucs are going to have to worry about the Saints. I'm not as high in the Bucs. Oh, I've revamped my top 32 NFL quarterbacks. We have that to come. I've updated because Brady's back, I've updated it. We'll get to that soon. Okay? I'm not as high in the Bucs. That offensive line is in shambles right now. I don't know, man. Hey, you want to hear something? Buccaneers versus Eagles in a regular game or an NFC Championship game with the current shape of the Buccaneers offensive line, that game is awful close. That game's awful close, man. Because I think they can get pressure on Brady, man. I think that team, dude, if you can't protect that guy and keep his back clean, Brady's not a guy that's going to move around a lot. You know where he is. But then again, you have the greatness of Jonathan Gannon. I'm sure he'll bring pressure. You know, dude, can you imagine this? If 3 of the 5 offensive linemen for the Buccaneers are out and Gannon doesn't bring any pressure against the Bucs, you should fire him at halftime. I'd look over at him and go, as Nick Sirianni, I'd go, I'm going to be calling the defensive plays, and I'm not. We'll do what they're doing in New England. I'm going to start calling the defensive plays because, dude, that you can't just dismiss 3 guys gone in the Buccaneer O-line and go, well, the Bucs are going to be right there. Okay? I like Hurts, but I love my team more with the offensive talent we have. You just can't be average. You have to raise your play to another level. Flex, you're dead on. You're dead on. Okay, let me ask you guys this. How good would the Eagles be if the Eagles lost Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, and Jason Kelce? How good do you think the team would be? Because I'm going to compare it to the Bucs. Bucs lose their center, they lose a guard, and they lose a tackle. Okay? How good do you think the Eagles would be if they lost those premier players? Your best football players are in the Eagle O-line. Nowhere else. By the way, you want to hear something on A.J. Brown? Is A.J. Brown a better player than Lane Johnson? No. Is A.J. Brown a better player than Jordan Mailata? No. Is A.J. Brown a better player than Jason Kelce? Maybe, because he's in his final year and he's on the 19th green. Maybe. Your 3 best football players are in your O-line. Okay? This kid Dickerson's right there, too, in your top 5. Okay? I mean, your tight end might be actually graded higher than A.J. Brown as a player at his respective position. God is considered one of the top 5 players at tight end in the NFL in a very valuable position. A.J.'s not a top 5 wideout. So you got an O-line and you got tight ends. What I'm saying is this. If you lost those guys, would you be high on the Eagles if they lost 3 guys in their O-line? I don't know. My pick might slide back to the Cowboys. I think that Buccaneer team losing all them dudes like Jensen and them guys, I think that's going to be – Jensen, get this, they're saying he may be lost for the year. You lose your starting center, you don't have a Cam Jurgens down there. Eagles are deep. You got it, GT. Stoutland has created a monster. Like I said a couple days ago, dude's the gold standard. He's the gold standard in O-linemen. Like, you know that quarterback school that Peyton Manning has? Jeff Stoutland should have like an offensive line school in the offseason for young O-linemen in high school and college. And if I was an O-lineman, I'd go to it. I would go to it. And if I was a college, I would hire him as an advisor to come down and take a look at my guys, or I'd send tapes up to him to have him take a look at in the offseason. That's what I would look at him as. That guy could start a school, an offensive line school. And in today's NFL, with the lack of practice and all the stuff going on, that guy would be a billionaire if he did that. Hey, Michael, I'm going to get to what I'm going to hopefully see tomorrow against the Dolphins. Your second team is spectacular. Your second team could start in New York with the Jets or Giants. I don't care. Pick one. They both are sorry in the O-lines. Hey, no, Susan, agreed. Dallas, with that loss of that all-pro tackle they have, that's another 3 points for the Eagles. My opinion. That's another 3 points. Okay? Brian goes, you could start in New York. Hey, man, Barrett Brooks could totally start in New York. He gets off the boat, runs a couple laps, doesn't go to a couple of White Castles. Maybe he doesn't go to White Castle twice a week instead of 4 times a week. I think he'd start in New York. I do, man. Dude, Tyron Smith going down is a crippling loss to the Dallas Cowboys. Minshew has confidence that he could start in the NFL. Trade him before Hurts gets offended. That's the current mentality of some Philly media and fans. It's insane. Hey, like, right, you know what? Gardner Minshew, man, he thinks he should be starting. He thinks he should be starting over me. He hasn't done anything to prove that he shouldn't. Like, really, what has Jalen Hurts done to prove that he's better than Gardner Minshew? You can say it. He just looks better. You kind of know. Oh, wait a minute. How old is Gardner Minshew? Is he 25 years old too? Well, now, isn't the addition of A.J. Brown, doesn't that make him 25% better too? Doesn't that make Gardner Minshew 25% better? I just want to use some of you guys' mentality here. I mean, geez, a 25% increase and he'd be better? I mean, I don't know. Gardner Minshew's a better passer. There comes a time in the playoff where you got to make big throws. We've seen it time and time again with Jimmy G. That's why they moved on from him. Flex, thank you very much. Hey, by the way, did you see Trey Lance last night? I do not know. Holy cow, boy. I'll tell you something, too, man. You see Kyle Shanahan come out? It's only exhibition football. You know, unlike Sirianni, greatest practice I've ever seen in my life by Jalen Hurts since I've been here. Even though the people in Miami and even the Philly media are going, what did he look at? That's not what we saw. And we didn't see that. This guy's throwing rainbows and butterflies at people. Hey, this guy was awesome. And then you got Kyle Shanahan yesterday doing this. Trey Lance looked like shit. Okay? And that's your final rehearsal for your upcoming season. And here Kyle Shanahan's like, don't worry about it. We'll be all right. We're good. You better hope so, dude. You moved off a 38-16 dude who's been to 2 NFC championship games in 3 years. You better be right because your job's on the line. You and John Lynch. Your job's on the line. Not only did you get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo, but you got rid of draft choices to Miami. You got rid of your future because you think you have the future. You better be right. See, that's the thing here. There's no gamble for Howie Roseman with Jalen Hurts. There's no gamble. What's the gamble? They move on from a guy making 1.1? Woof. Wow, what a limb. Dude, you move on from Trey Lance? Look at the decision that you had to make in San Francisco compared to what you had to make in Philly. And by the way, here, stroke of genius alert, stroke of genius alert. He got a 1 for his mistake. It's almost like Howie erased the Carson Wentz mistake. He did. Well, take it back. He did erase it. He got a 1 for it. Dude, I mean, right? You got a 1 back for the guy. Nobody gets – look at the number 1 overall pick by the Browns. They got a 6th rounder, and they got to pay $10 million of the $15 million or $18 million salaries making in Carolina. So get this. Are you ready for this? Opening week, when the Browns play the Panthers, and if the Panthers beat the Browns, how do you like this one, Xander? The Browns paid for the quarterback in Carolina to beat them. So if Baker Mayfield wins that game in the open week against the Browns were paying him to beat them. How'd you like to beat that team? How'd you like to have to make that decision? There's no decision and no limb that Howie went out on. Yeah, man, this is a big decision here about Jalen Hurts. Why? If you move off him, he's only 1-1 and he was a 2nd rounder. It's not crippling like you have in Cleveland and you have in San Francisco. It's not that big of a move. If you move off of Jalen Hurts, the team's being built, like John McMullen said, for someone else anyway. There's no big gamble here. You guys are making it like Flex says, this is a roster comparable to the Niners. Comparable to the Niners. I would compare the Eagle roster to the Niners. I think that 49er roster is a Super Bowl roster. I just think they're a quarterback short the same way they are in Philly. Here, like I said, if you could do this with these two teams, and tell me if you're in the same room with me here, right? If you put Mahomes in San Francisco, they'd win 17 games. If you put Mahomes in Philly, they'd win 17 games. If you put a true franchise quarterback in any of those cities, they'd be the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Well, it'd be right there with the Bills because the Bills have done it right. Okay? The Bills have done it right. All right, please hit the like button here. All right, let's get over to what I want to see against the Miami Dolphins. So far, we haven't heard anything about any kind of cancellations of the game because of the virus that's going around with the Miami Dolphins. So it looks like that game is going to be still played on Saturdays. Or is it Saturday? It's Saturday. So this is what I want to see. Let's start with the defense this time. Okay? Wait. Hold on here. Ryan says I would only take Josh Allen. So you wouldn't take Joe Burrow. Ryan, you would take Jalen Hurts over Joe Burrow. Is that right? Over Joe? He took the Cincinnati Bengals to the Super Bowl and was a quarter away from winning it. You would take Hurts over Burrow. Yeah, God bless you, man. God bless you. You must go to sleep at night with like pajamas that got eagle birds on them. I got to give it to you. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? No, I like him. Joe Burrow. Okay, Ryan. Okay, I'm teasing you too, bro. Mahomes is overrated. Hey, Shonsky, Mahomes is overrated. How many AFC division titles have they won in a row? How many AFC conference title games have they been to in a row now? So is Andy Reid overrated too? Hurts put up an average passing numbers. With these wide receivers around him, we got to draft a quarterback. We can't waste this young core. We'll see, man. I don't believe he will. And Xander thinks he's going to get $40 million, man. Man, we have one Super Bowl in franchise history. Mahomes has won in 4 years. How many conference title games, too? Unlike McNabb, this guy actually crossed the finish line. Yeah. Mahomes is overrated. Okay. Super Bowl MVP, too, I think, right? Regular season MVP. Here, some Philly fans think Mahomes is overrated. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to numerous conference championship games in a row. He's won numerous division titles. He's got a regular season, and he's got a Super Bowl MVP, but he's overrated. Solid take. That's a solid take. Solid. Okay. Hey, not me. I never said he's overrated. People talk like Josh Allen is better than him. I think people say that Josh Allen has got more talent than him. That says a lot. I actually think he's in that conversation too. The only thing Josh Allen hasn't done is put up the resume that Mahomes has put up. But I think he's going to. Okay? Again, potential. He's got to do it. Kind of like your boy. He's got to, hey, if I were Jalen, beat Dallas first. Then start talking about division titles too. So you're betting on potential over results? Yeah, you know what? What I like to do, Xander, that's a good point. So Sills, you talk about potential with Jalen. Yeah, but you know, if I'm a betting man, if somebody gave me this hand the Josh Allen hand. It's got Josh Allen's name right there on the hand. And this one's got Jalen Hurts' hand. The cards aren't turned over yet. Versus the house. I'm going to take the Josh Allen hand. I think my odds are pretty good on this one. I'll stick over here. Xander, you can have the Jalen Hurts hand. I'll take the Josh Allen hand. Let me turn him over. Oh, blackjack. What did I turn over for Xander? A 5 and a 7? A 5 and a 7. Okay. I'll take the Mahomes hand. I'm going to take that. I like that Josh Allen hand. But hey, that's a good – I love that game, actually. So if you have the Jalen Hurts hand and you have the Dak Prescott hand, what hand are you pulling? Who gives you a better – cards are down, face down. I'm going to take the Dak hand. I can't put Allen over Mahomes. He's had 2 cracks at him and can't deliver. He played as good as he possibly could. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The face of the NFL and the face of the AFC is Mahomes, Burrow, and Allen. That's the face of the league. Brady and Rodgers, the face of the league. Okay? That's right. That's right, Mike. Hey, Jalen, beat Daniel Jones. I got to get the Cam's take on the organized press. Should I do that? Oh, yeah, listen. What I want to see from the defense and the offense, by the way, I've got my revised 2022, because somebody asked me, Sills, I'd like to see where you rank the quarterbacks in the league. Haven't had a list in a while. We're going to get to it. Absolutely, man. Yeah. This so far is the greatest show in the history of Big Sills since I've been on JAKIB. I mean, this is the best. You guys have been the best. I don't know, man. There's something different about today. It's incredible. I'm feeling energized. Maybe it's because I don't have my top button today. And my dog ate it. So maybe that's it. The top button. Maybe that's it right there, right? You know, the top button there is off. A little more, clear thinking. Hey, don't forget, my friends, please hit the like button. And please do me a favor. If you're hurt or injured on the job, make sure you make that important phone call to my friends at Morgan & Morgan, where the fee is free, meaning this, they do not get paid unless you get paid. That's right. If you're hurt or injured on the job, you're going to have someone represent you and your family to make sure you and your family get the fair compensation that you deserve. For the people is not a slogan. This is who they are and what they do. They are there to protect you and your family's rights. With over 800 attorneys and offices in Philadelphia, New York, and in Florida, nobody protects people like Morgan & Morgan, and they will not be intimidated, ever. No such thing as a fender bender. Call them at 800-512-1600. That's 800-512-1600. The call is free. The consultation's free. 800-512-1600. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. And when you call Morgan & Morgan, do me a favor. Tell them Dan Sileo sent you.
When choosing a lawyer for your injury case, you may ask, does the size of the law firm matter? Well, of course it does. The insurance company, they're huge with unlimited resources. And whether your case is big or small, they're built to bully you out of the money you're owed. But here's the good news. We're big too, the biggest actually. And we're built to fight to make them pay for all that was taken from you. Size is our strength. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.